I actually have some really good news for you today, guys, regarding YouTube, as YouTube is finally stepping into the ring with fair use and nefarious copyright claims. Now, I'm not talking about ID matches, I'm talking about copyright strikes and DMCA takedown attempts. And basically, they have said that they are going to help protect fair use and are going to protect videos that they feel are deserving. And they're even going to go so far as, if it ever reaches the courthouse, which of course very few cases do, they will pick up the bill up to $1 million to help fight off copyright claims faced against videos. Now, they have detailed its rather extended fair use protection, and I will link the full document below. And basically, it includes the financial coverage of legal fees that I just talked about, and basically, if you upload a video that YouTube believes should remain on the site and is subject to a copyright infringement based lawsuit, they'll take care of the costs in order to protect its creatives. And YouTube themselves said on the fair use page, quote, "This ensures those creators have a chance to protect their work and makes the entire creative world better by educating people on both the importance and limits of fair use doctrine." So basically, YouTube will assess videos on an individual basis, what it calls those most illustrative of fair use, and basically determine whether they want to contribute to pending lawsuits and related fees. So basically, if they've got a video that has been attempted to be taken down, they're like, no, that's fair use, and they decide to get involved, then they will contribute up to $1 million. Now, there's one key thing you have to remember, is that it's protecting single videos rather than creators, which I'm sure you can see why. It's very simple to say I am protecting X video rather than I am protecting X creator who has like 1,000 plus videos. As, you know, especially in our case, like I doubt this would ever involve us, but let's say it did. We have a lot of videos, so it'd obviously be a bit messy to try and protect all of them. You would just focus on the one that is actually up for question. Now, one of the very first contested videos supported by YouTube's new pledge is actually one by the very only Jim Sterling. And he's actually done a pretty good video about fair use, so I will link that as well. If you're up for a laugh, I suggest you watch it. And 4 videos have been debuted under their protection. So this has just started out. As I said, YouTube are assessing videos as they come along on an individual basis. And for the moment, 4 videos are protected by YouTube. Jim's is one of them, and he's the only video game related example. As we all know, Jim has been hit multiple times by developers who didn't like the fact that he was criticising their game and decided to exploit YouTube's copyright takedown system in order to get the criticism silenced. And of course, it's happened to other critics as well. It's happened a couple of times to Total Biscuit. I think most famously would be Gary Day One Instant, or whatever the balls that piece of trash is called. And basically what actually happened, according to Jim, is that a developer by the name of Mootek actually tried to get a video of his taken down, and YouTube stopped them and basically said, no, this falls under fair use. Now, of course, this is all based on the protection of the DMCA, or Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and YouTube elaborates, basically says, fair use, a work that infringes upon that, utilises a substantial amount of copyrighted material for a commercial purpose, and one which affects the original creator's ability to profit from their content. So basically, you would have to make something that uses a ton of footage or something from a film or game or whatever that somehow hinders the original creator from making money from that product, is essentially what it comes down to. Now, of course, we've had many cases of blatant fair use being taken down because of companies didn't like being criticised. For example, Super Bunny Hop's video on a video about Konami versus Kojima. They got that taken down because, well, they didn't want it out. You know, they hush hush, no one talk about it. But obviously, it was blatantly fair use. And, well, this has actually happened to us twice in the last, like, 3 months, I think, where we've done videos and they've been taken down within a day or 2 at the most, manually, not a robot. Copyright strikes are usually manual, as in a human has had to do it, because, for example, back in September, we did a graphics comparison on Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I'm sure you've seen it, it's there if you haven't. We happened to get the game early in the post. We were under no NDA, we had no contact with Konami. We had asked them way in the past, like a year ago, hey, you know, do you want to perhaps think about sending us some copies? And we basically just never got an answer. So we didn't break any NDA or embargo or anything like that because we hadn't agreed with anything with Konami. So we started recording the footage because, hey, we've got the game early. Awesome. And basically we put the graphics comparison up and it was taken down. And we, of course, disputed it. Blatant fair use in that case. And then, lo and behold, it was restored when the game was released on the very day. And recently with Fallout 4, there were some leaks. I'm sure you saw about that. However, these were not the gameplay leaks. No. This was a forum post which I read out, discussed, gave my opinion on, showed no leaked footage. I used the E3 2015 trailer, lots of editing, my usual overlay as you've seen, and that was taken down. And lo and behold, it came back when the game came out. So there is even cases like that, and I'm sure many YouTube creators that don't have the protection of that big channels have, like ourselves, have just deal with this all the time. The stories like mine aren't unique. They probably happen to people, you know, every week. You know, not the same person, but you get what I'm saying. So the fact that YouTube is finally going to start protecting some videos that are actually fair use and, you know, they don't deserve to be taken down just because you said something that a company doesn't like, that's great, because they've needed to do that for a long time. And I have a little bit of comment like Fred von Lohman, who is YouTube's legal director for copyright, and basically said that the number of legitimate videos affected by takedown notices are small. I'm sure they are, in comparison to the amount of videos that get uploaded on a daily basis. And he said, quote, "We want, when we can, to have our users' backs. We believe even the small number of videos we're able to protect will make a positive impact on the entire YouTube ecosystem." Now here's the thing, there is also a bit of a caveat. Basically, let's say you put up a video and someone puts a strike against it and YouTube decides, hey, no, that's fair use. Basically, it will be region locked to the US for legal reasons. So basically, YouTube will be fighting that claim in the US only, on US soil, rather than trying to fight it worldwide. So it would still be available in the US and not anywhere else. The rest of the channel is fine, we're just talking about a single video. So there are certain caveats, and of course YouTube aren't going to get involved in every single one, but this is still a positive addition that YouTube are throwing the weight behind people like myself and Jim and other creators. As I said, now people and stories that we hear, like Turtle Biscuit was in risk of getting his channel removed because of that whole Shining Force thing, and he still boycotts Sega to this day, and I don't blame him, because he almost lost his channel, his years of work, because he dared to talk about a game. So it's great that YouTube are doing this. And as Jim himself pointed out, this comes across as a, quote, "a sign that the company is taking the needs and struggles of creative video producers seriously. YouTube is clearly not just looking out for big channels, but channels of all stripes who are being unfairly targeted for whatever reason." So we have things happening on a case-by-case basis, and YouTube are not getting involved in every single one, but it's still a good move. It's not going to fix everything, yay, suddenly sunshine and la la land, but it's all going to be better. It's a great move and a great start. Good job, YouTube. Let's hope that this works out how we all hope it will. I'm really looking forward to not having to deal with BS anymore, personally. And if you do actually look out for the smaller channels like us, amazing. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.